knowing what the cost of that is, I would say that the more reasonable.
Yeah. Proposed, yeah? Yeah, I'll second it.
We'll take that forward.
It's all relevant.
Obviously, one of the key points is to discuss the leasing of the new vehicle and the digger. Look at the vehicle fleet that we've currently got and the digger we've got. It's not necessarily fit for purpose. I would actually be down and see the plant equipment is fairly old. I think for when we look at what we do in purchasing is not necessarily the way forward. This current way for the leasing is much better to have a service agreement in place for things we actually need to.
The vehicle did break down
Again,
and we had to have a new starter motor. It's held together with tape inside.
Yeah.
It hasn't done many miles, but it's very, very old.
Whereas our usage in this town, it is.
Inside.
I have,
It's been owned by the council.
It hasn't done many miles, but it's very, very
I did go to a company to find out, they supplied Arsham Council's vehicles, so I did not send pictures back. But that was for leasing.
Yeah, will we get any money for selling this?
I did go to the company to find out, they supplied.
Could that go towards
vehicles?
part of the lease?
It depends on the leasing arrangement. Some will ask for a upfront small deposit on the leasing arrangement, others don't. It's what the leasing arrangement is, but when you look at a vehicle such as what it is.
Could that go towards part of the lease?
It depends on the leasing arrangement. Some will ask for a upfront small deposit on the leasing arrangement. Others don't. It's what the leasing arrangement is. But when you look at a vehicle such as we've got here, the mileage is fairly relevant to the work that it actually does, and so it's that duration of time, the in, the out, the seat bolted. So the vehicle's now hit a point where it's starting to cost more money, and over time we could end up with a slightly more significant bill.
Yeah, and I just think if we lease, it's going to make it easier moving forward budgeting and things like that.
Yes,
because
well,
it's just
we
a
had,
regular.
We had £40,000 in the earmarked reserve for vehicles. We, in finance yesterday, we've now reduced that to 10, just in case we have to buy anything. But that 30,000 can then go back into the pot. A lot of people
are aware of this.
Although it's not capex as such, we can spread that. We can capex style. We can spread that cost then on the leasing over 7 years, and so
and obviously councils don't depreciate their assets.
Yeah.
That's something that we don't do. So.
Yeah. On the leasing side, at least they'll depreciate that vehicle on the leasing side.
Yeah.
Rather. So it makes sense to do that. I think
with a service agreement in place as well.
So I had gone back with photos of the type of vehicle that we've got because we need to have it with the tail lift.
The events that we use as well.
And but we did want a tipper one, but that's for nothing. Anyway, so first of all, to replace it with the sort of one that we've got.
Like for like vehicle.
I mean, also, as what's happened with LGR and what could happen with us and what can happen in the future, we do need the vehicles because if we get bigger, take on more assets, we need
especially the kind of assets they're going to want to offload onto us.
Yes.
And it's future proofing for the town council going forward as well to get to move that piece forward. And same with the digger as well from the leasing. So I think
So not happy with it.
quite sure when we're working in close spaces such as that, and in excavations as well. Yes, you do the grading.
I mean, we've had a very, very dry period, but it's not always like.
Or your grade being done, there's a risk to the collapse or anything else that sits with that. We've got to apply the same level of safety. And obviously, have the right, and we are duty bound and duty care to buy it. So, well, let's have a look at once we get the question,
we get some quotes.
with the quick hitch system as well, so you can detach the buckets, move that.
I'm thinking that was before I used the grounds manager email account. I looked for my personal account to find those contacts again.
We'll get those contacts again, and even if you don't bring them to DNA, we can bring them to
Yeah.
full council, but I think it's quite, something that we need to look at quite quick, you know.
And it's the safety of the staff is the most important thing I look at here as well. You know, the cost itself, yes, is a consideration, but the cost of not doing versus the cost we couldn't care.
So can we start off with the vehicle?
Yep.
And the digger?
Yep, they are two important
They are the
things to.
two main things that
Mhm.
you use at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Which are the two dangerous things that we are,
And what attachments are you going to have with it?
Yeah.
whatever they need, yeah,
Yeah, so
to
things
do their
like,
job.
you can look at the bucket range, for instance, ditch and bucket, drainage
Well,
bucket.
clay spade as well,
Yeah.
that's one part of it.
You know what you need, don't you? You
Yeah.
do the job.
And a quick hitch broom, and that saves a lot of manual work on backfilling as well.
So if we have this, it'll save time, it's more
Same
cost
time, it's
effective.
More cost effective than the council.
And we
Yeah.
eliminate the manhandling issues as well from
Yeah.
that piece there. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm happy to
Yeah.
take that forward. We need to move on that fairly quickly just to get it
Mhm.
sorted.
Yeah.
So
We'll look at that together, James.
Yeah.
yeah?
can I propose that one then?
Yeah.
I'll propose that, then move forward with that.
I'll second it.
Yes. All in favour, yeah?
And the next one, as we've discussed previously and also been at full council, we have talked about the pavilion. We are the landlord for that building, and as such, we are required to ensure that it's fit for purpose and provides a safe place for people to work.
You're going to have, Laura would like you to go and have a look around it.
Yeah.
Or somebody to go from the
Yeah.
council to go and look around it, because the flooring in there's been in there 30 odd years, isn't it?
Nothing has been replaced until very recently.
And also we
And we
have,
are the landlords.
landlord duties under the requirement of the mold inspections, everything else needs to be done as well.
I
So
know,
from a landlord duties perspective, we have to ensure we move.
with children.
There's
Any of this.
children involved, so you know.
I'll have a conversation
Unfortunately,
next
everything
week if you want
seems
to.
to have been neglected.
I'm
So,
happy
follow
from the
on.
conversations held previously to proceed forward with this, and then I'm happy to just then pop in and stick it on.
Yeah, have you got, I'll give you her contact details, you
Yeah.
just need to make her aware, because obviously there's
And
children
I've
there.
got the DBS clear, and
Yeah.
I've got an NHS.
If you could, that'd be
DBS, yeah.
brilliant, so you can just see, she has done a lot of work, so she put her own fire doors in, didn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the previous council wouldn't pay
Yeah.
anything for it, and I just
But
think that's wrong,
if
because we
something
are
happens, the
landlords.
responsibility is going to lie with
Yeah.
us as landlords.
We are.
And I think
We
it's really,
will,
yeah,
yes, it'll come back on us. if we don't do it
absolutely. So I think
properly.
it's really important.
Yeah.
Anyone else in
We are maintained,
a rented property.
the
would
agreement is
expect-
maintained by us, it's a
Yeah.
council maintained, it's not a tenant
It's
agreement.
not, yeah.
I mean-
It's not a repairing. piece.
Her lease is coming up in April, so I've got to have a look at that soon. And you know, she hasn't had a rent, we'll look at the rent that she charged, we pay her. If we have to put it up a little bit, we have to put it up a little bit, but
Well, everything's gone up.
Yeah.
The cost to us has gone up
yeah.
as a council.
But-
Everything's gone up.
Yeah, I think she, you know, childcare provision is not brilliant, is it? So we'll just check,
Yeah.
we'll just check.
We do a cost analysis on, you know, the cost benefit to the town, what the actual current market rate is, where things are, and actually to lose is the impact on people in the town. So
Totally.
there's always,
Well,
there's
it's a
always
community
Yeah.
assets thing, we wouldn't want
It's
to
a-
shut
it's-
down with
no.
the children,
No,
because that's what they're
exactly.
offering.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare getting childcare. I mean, as a grandparent, I've spent the summer helping out with childcare.
we have to be pragmatic, I think, with this, and
Yeah.
look at the long-term effect of doing something for a small financial gain creates a significant loss elsewhere. So
Yeah, also she will have had all the extra NI to pay to any
Yeah,
employees,
yeah.
which has hit small businesses.
I think we need to consider any.
And I'm glad we're talking about it now, so that she's not, well, she always walks out anyway, she leaves, because it's not.
Prior works that have been done I think we need to consider the works that were done that should be done by the landlord previously. We should consider those impacted costs as well. Work that's done that we failed in potentially.
Yes, I think you're absolutely
These
right,
things
Roger,
will.
because we, you know, we've got a lot of new councillors here that aren't current with this, myself being one of them. And I'm surprised that she had to put in her own files.
Yeah, so
Shocked.
yeah, we'll look at that piece as well. So we'll.
There is some stuff that needs to be done there. I mean, as landlords, are we meant to provide her with a kitchen? There is a grant we can go for a
Can you have a
kitchen.
look at the lease?
Yes, I will do.
Look at the lease, look at what it says in the lease and what should be
because
stated.
Ofsted, I mean, she has a hygiene thing and she can't get any higher than what she gets because the kitchen needs replacing. So she did try and go get a grant, but I may be able to, because it's a charity, I may be able to help her get a grant for her kitchen.
And there are some welfare regulations that are set around that sort of stuff. I can take a trip down and have a look at it.
Would you go and have a look at it?
you know,
Well, you can look at it from a professional.
and I look at my dealer
Yeah,
side of
that's
things as
what I'm
well. I look at for the sort of the,
And I'm happy to look at the lease side of things, what we need to do, because that's what I've done previously.
All right, okay, brilliant. Well, we need to look at the lease, so we'll have to bring it back to DNA or council anyway. So proposed by RS and second by,
Yeah, I'm happy to second that.
for her to have, you've got the quote, haven't you, for the
Yeah.
kitchen?
It's very reasonable.
it's reasonable, yeah.
It's the same person who
Yeah,
came
yeah,
the
if you
floor.
did the previous.
Yeah, very
Right,
reasonable.
I had an interesting read of the lighting survey.
Yes, it was
Oh.
interesting,
It's
that.
never been, well, I don't think it's ever been done.
A couple of little lean on the lamppost jokes went through my head when I was reading it.
Yeah.
But
So I've had two that have been condemned and taken out. When I spoke
I
to
love they
the,
couldn't locate.
I don't know, I'll have to go round with it. So there's one in the churchyard that had corroded at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's either salt or it's dogweed or something, I don't know what it is. That's corroded. And there's one down Acorn Road, is it, or somewhere, another one that has been, because the woman phoned me up to say that she's got no more, has been corroded. They're £2,300 to be replaced, each one. But the trouble is, a majority of our street lights are concrete, and they only have concrete ones, and they only have a certain lifespan, and they're all coming up.
Are they all
And
on
they're all
our,
quite
are they
dangerous.
all on our?
Yes, they are. These are all on our
Oh,
register, and they're ours.
Yeah.
And they're all column based, and they haven't been touched for years and years and years.
well, they all just visual inspection, no penetration testing done or anything.
Just visual inspection, work,
My cousins.
yeah,
Oh,
cousins, yeah.
they're our street light contractors.
See, you know, where you've got going through here, I think this is something that we could just do a taking off of things to sit through, prioritise the ones that need doing.
Yes, yeah.
Identify the ones that weren't, because some street lamps, when they have been taken out, other contractors have come around and removed lighting and other bits as well. They've probably been taken out over a period of time.
Well, they are trying to take out, I mean, down the bypass, they've all
Yeah.
stopped, turned the lights off, haven't they?
I think this needs to be, we can sit down. We can,
Just receive it, because it does say to
It is to
receive, doesn't
receive
it? And
Yeah.
well, that should be any decisions
Yeah.
made, but we don't have to make any, because I've had this a while, this
Yeah.
was done in July.
fine.
I just
Yeah.
we need to think about replacing the ones, whether we do one in the churchyard, nobody's moaned that it's been taken out, it's got yellow tape
Yeah,
around it.
I
something
think-
of some degree needs doing to what, how it's sitting at the moment, either replace or remove the rest of
Yeah,
it completely.
it looks a bit of an eyesore, is it?
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just
it
a part of the
really
risk-based courses to look at it.
Yeah.
The ones I don't go, James, we can go and do a tour around ourselves, have a look. So actually, this one here, I think, these are our four priorities. These are, no, not really four or two.
Mm.
But our prices are these two here that need to be
Yeah.
done as a matter of urgency, needs to be done.
You can actually prioritise them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
prioritise.
Yeah, because at the moment, they're all the ones that are
They've never been looked at
never
properly
been
for a
looked
long
at.
while.
I mean, they're
so
all in red, so prioritise them red ones.
This is the problem.
And I also think it's like really important that the ones that have gone, like the one in the churchyard, we make sure when it's dark, you know, if we think, oh, we're not going to replace it, we need to look at it when it is actually dark in there.
Yeah,
To
we
check
do-
that it doesn't
Do
need
it for the
replacing.
lumen
I
piece
think,
to go at night, do the night CD.
yeah, because I think
We're not gonna have
safety-
many-
lighting
many-
safety
many
is really
before we
important
do
in the
that.
town.
The churchyard, even though it's the church, is a closed churchyard,
Yeah.
which means it's now our
Yeah,
responsibility.
absolutely.
So we do all the maintenance, we look after that, that's our
Yeah.
responsibility.
I'll pick up a day with you, James, or pop
Yeah.
in and have a chat and we'll sort of go and review these. And more than welcome to come on the lampposts.
Because I don't know where half of them are, so it'd be quite good.
We'll pick up, then we'll go through, you know, as with reds, we can prioritise
Yeah,
the reds
yeah.
against whether to see these, but also as well, the ones that have a more, say, a greater impact for the public, where we want
Yeah.
lighting there, so.
Wendy, the ones you've looked at replacing, the ones that you say are replacing, are they replacing like for like, or is it now,
No, it will be the proper
it'll
columns.
be the proper
Yeah.
column now?
Yeah, because there was
Concrete
one
ones,
down
yeah.
Kimberley Road that got hit,
Yeah,
and that was replaced by a proper, not I
Not
don't know, what
concrete
are
one.
they?
Galvanised.
Galvanised,
Yeah,
not
galvanised,
concrete.
Okay.
Because the concrete, and I was sent a picture of one which was concrete and that had just gone over. So that's what happens, they just collapse. And if
They'll
that
pebble dash
collapses
to
into the
reinforce
road,
Oh, it's so
it's
dangerous.
just,
Yeah, they're just
another
a cement
danger.
based pebble, they are the pebble dash ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
When we finally get to the analysis, can I make a suggestion? That if we do have to replace quite a lot, which is going to cost us as a council a lot,
we may be able to get a
a
loan.
loan or a grant.
We can get a Salex loan, which will be interest free.
But have we thought about asking local businesses if they'd like to sponsor a loan?
I don't know whether they will.
Well, you can ask.
We don't look after any of the street lights down the industrial estate. They're all county council ones.
It's just an idea.
But we might be able to get a Salex loan, which is interest free.
Yeah. Depends on how many we're looking at, Wendy.
Well, do you know what? We could do a couple a year. We just make a start. Let's
Yeah.
make a start.
It's like working out the list and prioritise.
Yeah.
That's what yeah.
Yeah.
And maintain a reserve contingency should something deteriorate, that we know we've got a pot that we can immediately dip into.
Yeah.
And I went round with him because I'm waiting for him to give me a quote for lighting up the other half of the memorial park, because it goes halfway and then it's right dark, isn't it?
It is very dark.
But he hasn't come, but he did say to me, he said, you know, the street
Those
lights
are the ones
are-
I would say we could possibly get someone to sponsor. The memorial park,
Yeah.
the churchyard,
Yeah.
that sort of thing, because it's more in the
The
centre. of
public
town.
facing stuff, yes,
Public facing
I
stuff.
wouldn't, some approach me as a business, said you want to spot street and have it elsewhere. The memorial park, maybe yes.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that, and then you put you get a little plaque
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like the roundabout sign, we sponsor roundabouts, don't we? So,
Yeah, exactly. Same sort of thing.
yeah.
No, you can-
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll receive the report then, and we'll,
Yeah.
and look to that with a view, the public facing ones to,
Possibly, it's only it's an idea.
yep, it's, from many ideas, great things are born. So, to agree a no fly tipping or similar signs for Nelson Road green space.
Well, I don't know why that's on there then, because
I
we
think
can
it-
just do it.
I think it came up because we've recently cleared it. We've got this really nice wildflower that's going back now to the season ago. But recently, we have found like some of the local residents in that area have been tipping again. We did clear it up, and I did get some pictures of whereabouts it came from.
So is
What
it
are
they
they tipping, James?
they-
Garden
Hedge
waste.
cuttings.
hedge
Yeah.
cut and garden
Garden
waste, so
waste.
instead of getting the green bin, they
Well, it seemed to be a very
brown bin.
historical thing that had been happened over many years. What we cleared like so much waste from there, and you can see like some residents haven't taken heed to what our
There's a
actions.
misunderstanding of fly tipping between where they class that as compostable
Yeah.
material, that's still fly tipping to dump that
Yeah,
waste
yeah,
away.
yeah.
So
Yes.
I think the sign that you use, I don't think this needs to be thrashed around too much. It's very simple that you don't fly tip, you know, no fly tipping includes material
That's
and green waste. It just says them very clear that you've got that. We put those signs out very quite often to, and we state, you know, we have no
No
fly
fly
tipping.
tipping, including green waste, yeah.
Yeah, in that way, that's very clear.
If it did carry on, is there a way anywhere down there, because I don't know it personally, that we could put an area where they could
A compost area.
compost,
Community
area,
compost
community
Well,
compost
We could
area.
do, because we are thinking it's about spending, we've got some section 106 monies
Yeah.
for allotments. Now I'm back to work and everything's sorted out after all
Yeah.
our events. So I've now got to go ahead with that. So if we have allotments, yeah, then we could put a green area because.
Just it could be as
I think that's
compost
a really
area.
good idea. That would
Because-
tickle through my head at the same
Mhm.
time.
Because we could use that compost on.
Yeah.
Well, anybody could use it then,
Yeah, yeah.
because it would be
Because
community.
there was talk about doing a community orchard down there as well,
Yeah,
wasn't there?
Yeah, lovely.
You see, that
idea,
would be a
things
lovely
like
idea,
that.
community
And
orchard.
the compost bins are subsidised anyway, they're cheap
Yeah.
through NCC anyway, through the waste site, so you've got 5 of those.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Great
Yeah.
idea.
compost.
Because then we can still get rid of waste, you know.
Allotments.
Yeah, obviously
Okay.
not tree branches and things like that,
No,
that
that's
is,
right, yeah.
you know,
compostable material
a
only.
compostable material only.
You know, what you do is put a sign up with it, you know, this is a public space for composting, the following items can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
deposited here. You know,
Which
so
just like go down to the tip.
Don't tell them what you can't.
Could we,
do, tell
rather
them
than
what you
use those ones that you get free, can we not make one out?
That's
of,
what I would say with
um,
sleepers, not sleepers, yeah.
Pallets sort of thing.
Pallets,
Can we
yeah.
do?
And the other councils I've visited, they've used like some sleepers to sort of make the corners of it and use
Yeah.
like corrugated steel as well.
Yeah, where I used to work, they made.
Yeah.
Make sure you
lots
get
one,
to,
and
you
then
get to
they
the bottom
just
of
put-
this, so you've got access to the
They
bottom.
just
don't
put
you?
weed suppressant or black stuff around it or something.
Yeah.
We can make, I'm sure you can think of it.
Oh, there you go, James.
Have I got to bring that up or can I just?
No, just get on with that one. That's not really.
Yeah, just, yeah.
What, I'm making compost bins?
That's,
I just think it would, you know,
routine.
let's try and be a bit greener, rather than just say no the whole time.
Yeah, so I've got to bring a biodiversity policy back at some point when I get to one done. So yeah, so that would be in our biodiversity.
Well, it would help us as that it would make us look as if we are looking at it as a council.
Especially, yeah, especially if there's small ones down there, because we've got to. Okay. I
okay.
mean, they're really cheap to make anyway, aren't
Yeah.
they? to knock up?
What would you make?
The
Yeah, price.
Because he does work on the roads and things, to say that the road is not,
Where our connection comes out,
Explain it.
where my compound is where the new welfare capital is going to be. He sent a really concise email explaining the problems that you'll have with going through that. Because our first contractor that gave us the quote, I don't think was aware of the type of float and road system that leads to my compound.
yeah,
That's sort of plastic cell grid that's all filled with different aggregates up to
Yeah.
the top where it's got 2 different layers of tarmac on. And if I don't think his quote includes cutting through that and replacing it like for like either. And when you get to the sewer connection on the road, where it comes out of our property, at the cemetery gates, you'd actually have to pump uphill.
You'd have to have a pump in it.
Yeah. And none of that was brought to the
and
attention.
the quote we had was a lot of money, and I was really concerned about, we only had one quote, so I was trying to get anyone. However, the person who was going to do the welfare unit, I went back to them and said, do you do effluent tanks?
Yep.
And they do.
So we just have to have it.
They would
built out
add jack
like
legs
like
to
a
the
septic
unit.
tank.
Yeah.
And so an add jack legs to the unit would be £600. And add a new effluent tank was 2,350. Or a second-hand effluent tank is 1,750.
to be honest, if we're going for it for the difference in cost, I'll go with a new tank. You know that
Not
you're
saving loads of money, yeah.
It's the lifestyle of it as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
because you've got passive aeration. Yes, it's definitely worth
We
going
were
for
just
the.
looking at cost on the excavation.
We've got, so we're going to find out from
The extraction of
the extraction.
If you take a standard toilet on a construction site, you know what that usage is there. So this will last. You'd be lucky if you pump this out once every 2 months, once a quarter.
Yeah, I thought once every 3 months.
You know, you'd be lucky with, I think, those based on
Mm.
previous. You know, because that could be a
Well,
fixed.
it depends on
fixed
what
tank.
size it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it might be every 6 months. It depends how
Yeah.
often you're using it.
Well, normally they pump almost 3 months because of the.
Not often seen in the
what goes
welfare
into
cabin
the
when we-
welfare cabin.
We told them they had to kind of.
The vents stacked
What
anyway.
is
normally.
all right.
retrain your
Absolutely.
time.
Congestion.
Yep, so proceed with that and then get the size of the, get the.
And then bring it to
vents,
full council,
and-
because she is
Yeah.
coming back to me
Yeah.
tomorrow. What a lovely job, lovely thing to talk about, isn't it? But this is so much
Being a
cheaper.
caravanner with an Elson toilet.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
But once again, it's welfare and the duty placed upon us to provide.
And it needs
these
to be
facilities.
done as, but all this costs is coming out of the capital.
Yeah.
At the cemetery.
Yeah, cemetery fund cost, we've got the that's fine.
Can I have a proposal?
I'll propose.
And then, yeah, and second, you Cecile. And we also need to now agree the north and south side entrance walls to the cemetery.
This has been something that's been on the agenda ever since before I started.
Yeah. for
Can
many
you
years.
explain more, because
Since we've had the cemetery gates widened on the north-south side, only one retainer wall for the banks was ever constructed. Our town's wonderful, isn't it? And like a cemetery is something that everyone always goes to, and you'd like it to look the best of what it could be. So we're proposing to have a similar, so it's uniform either side on the banks. Should really provide pictures for you, but you can come down and see me at the cemetery.
Yes. We'll walk past it quite frequently with the
And
dogs.
you'll see on that side that there's one wall there, and
There isn't one on the other side.
yeah,
no, I don't know whether it was taken down when the road was built or widened, because it was widened, wasn't it, when Sainsbury's was
well,
put in?
there was two walls there when we deconstructed everything for the new gates, and
And you found the second wall, didn't you?
well, we took it all apart.
That's the Mark Lester quote, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Me and my previous colleague took it all apart. They were widened for the construction of the cemetery new compound. Nothing would have.
Again, that cost would come out of the
Cemetery.
cemetery.
Yeah.
On the previous gates, you could barely get our truck through.
No.
You had to like
That's fine.
get it square before you decided to go through. Yeah.
Yeah, so personally, I think, this comes back to once again, it's the improvements that are being made to areas of an area of respect, where people are
Yeah.
coming in, and,
It's also an intricate part of the town.
so I think once again, we should,
Just
look at
being
this,
proud, just being proud, isn't
Mm.
it, making things look
Yes.
nice.
and that will make that an
Smart.
improvement there with that piece. So, once again, I think we should proceed with this.
Yeah, because we also,
Yeah.
start publicising that, the small funerals and things, make that nice, wouldn't we?
It'd be lovely if that's having come from a town.
I've got to find out, I've
That
got to
was
still
condemned.
find out how we're going to attach them things, the pad things to this pad.
Well, I think our contractor is going to look into that anyway when he starts it. 'Cause
Oh,
like
is he?
said, he's been doing it. He's been given the go ahead for that work. So
Yeah.
anyway, he's been just doing some outside works until like the winter comes. When
Yeah, he's starting that. right?
yeah.
And they had the two walls before the gates, you say?
Yeah.
So we're putting them
No, it's got
up
one wall,
Yeah.
and it just looks,
to- I
Half
do know
finished.
where you mean, yeah,
Half
it does
finished,
look
really.
half finished. Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, so we're happy with that then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
happy.
Proposer?
Yeah, I'm happy to propose.
Second.
I'll see if I can get these minutes done, as long as with the other ones to take to full council, because all these have to be the
Yeah.
recommendations, aren't they? So they'll be approved at full council. Okay.
Do you agree the cost of all arch wording? Well, what we've got here,
Price, have you? Now, this is something that's been going on for,
Well,
A long while.
Yes.
Yeah.
since the arch was installed.
so I take it the arch there, that's just, that will be joined as one single piece, isn't it? It's not going to cross over.
But yeah,
No,
well,
it does cross over, doesn't
have
it?
you seen the arch? It's in
It's
place
in.
now. Anyways, but it's
It
the
crosses
community
over.
centre entrance. of the park.
All right, yeah. Right. It's just obviously for the wording, to make sure the wording flows for.
Yeah, that.
Because
Well,
you've got-
the wording will be should be just how it is like that. So you wouldn't
Yeah.
the wording
the
wouldn't
wall will
overlap.
be over the prospect.
And with-
Yeah.
with
None
the
of the
opposite
You suppose the CNC machine cut the wording out, then weld it all into the frame.
And they'll be fitting it as well.
To be honest, for that level of workmanship what's gone in there, that isn't a too bad a quote at all. That. when you look at, yeah, 650, yeah. So some stuff obviously paid for previously, not here, but you know, for that, they've intricate work with that piece that being done. And in light of what we've just gone through with VE Day, VJ Day, I think that's
Everything else that's in place there, like the benches, everything.
The benches look lovely. Every time, you know, it's been beautiful.
It's sort of like the finishing.
It is the finishing.
Cap it off.
They will be as you go into the
Yeah, so
park, so they're
facing
wanted to
from this
know which
direction.
way they would be,
Yeah.
so we said as you go into the park.
Yeah.
it'll
They
have
should be
that North
facing-
Walsham
Facing
more
outwards.
than
Yeah.
I think it's very integral to the town as well for the commitment that's made to those people, and what we saw on VE and VJ Day, some of the comments made by people attending, I think.
Well, at the
that's-
moment, it's just an arch club. and
Yeah,
people
the
feel
arch with the
quite
two
excited.
benches, that's what just, it brings it all tied together,
It
doesn't
looks
it?
a bit bizarre.
It does,
I
but
think we're
this is-
90% there. Let's get this finished off.
Yeah.
And make it, you know.
It's going to take them a while to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and as the council president, quite a different name at the moment,
Yeah.
but that was
It's-
found out, we may as well start making.
And this
North
is
Walsham
representation
spaces
for the
and
people of
making it
town,
nice.
and it's
It's
something that
recognition.
we
It's
recognise.
recognition of what the few did.
Yeah.
The rest of us.
And it's going to have these are little poppies.
Yeah.
So it's taken a while to get
And
it
there's a
there.
lot
isn't
going
it?
on in the world at the moment. I think it's a good thing.
So I think it's take that forward as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
I'll propose that one then.
Second.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy it's
HS. We have put a planning application in for the flagpole at the front,
Oh, right.
because that was agreed a long while ago. We just got to put an application in now to get permission from districts, so. Because the one down the park, so the one down the park can fly the Union flag probably all the time, and this one here will
Well, I
be.
think it's having the Union flag flying all the time in the town is a good thing. If it's.
Yeah, well, we
there.
can fly it here, but this one here will
Well, then
probably
you
be
can
the
do-
other
You
ones
can
that we
do,
add in.
then you can rotate
Yeah.
when there's an appropriate day, you can change the flag.
Yeah. But the one down the park will just
Yeah.
probably be the Union flag most of
Or
the time.
D-Day.
And this is more frequent, and people will see this more than in the park, so.
And then
And hopefully.
We're not allowed to attach it to the building, so we have to do a pole and stuff, which we'll have to purchase.
Did there used to be a flagpole?
It did, but it's not big enough, is it?
No, we've got,
We did
I
get
think it's
to
just, I
done.
think it's just a part of it, to be fair, that we have left.
Did you chop it up?
I haven't, but that's just always been in the chapel
I
ever
always
since
thought,
I've
I
been
could
here.
remember one being there years and years ago.
Nice to see,
There's no
one,
tabernacle
especially as it's the
or
main
anything.
thoroughfare.
Well, this
through.
is our building now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, the next one's a no-brainer actually. A defibrillator for the trackside park
Oh, yeah.
down there.
Well, since I'm doing my skate park event, that did sort of come up
What?
with why is there not one there? People
Or even in
were.
that area of the town as such.
There's not one on that side of the town, is there?
Well, there is,
One at
there's
the
one, at-
surgery, isn't there?
there's one at the surgery, and I think Kerry's have put one, Kerry's flooring, they've
Yeah,
bought one and
right.
put one there, but there isn't one down that end at
No.
all.
Or near the train station.
It's, you know, you've got the train station
Yeah.
there, you've got the trackside park.
They're £1,500 including the case, I think.
Is that the iPad one? Is it the orange case? Because they're all standard. The iPad, it's not as an iPad as an Apple. It's called an iPad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's an iPad. So the iPad ones are the standard ones. which
I
we
get them from the lady in Yarmouth who done that great big crusade half to go or something.
Yeah.
So I get them from, and I have a contact who looks after them, or he gets me all my.
And that'll
parts
get
very
registered
cheaply.
against the call centre number as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Brilliant, yeah.
yeah, I think they're a no-brainer to go for.
There was a discussion a long while ago about feed kits. We did never done anything about it, but I've spoken to the police recently and they said, please put feed kits in your defibs. So I'm now in order to feed kits.
How much are they going to cost?
I think the guy. Sorry, Claire, can I ask you, do you know how much?
I thought they were more money than what they're worth. Probably is.
Did you?
They're a few hundred quid.
Oh, are they? You don't get them, I thought we could get them cheap from the
You might
turtle.
be able to, but they are literally like first aid kit, but because they've got extra thick.
Got the
padding.
tourniquets in that.
Padding and
Oh, that's
tourniquets.
special pads. We
It's
saw that on
special-
that.
It's a hemostatic press.
It is.
Yes,
so
but
very
it's
different.
got-
It's like life-saving
Do you think I
dressing,
should
isn't it?
just get a couple and just put One in the marketplace then, just one in the marketplace.
Well, if you-
where do you think we would have the most problems? One, yes, marketplace, but if you are putting a defibrillator down at trackside, which is where all the youngsters go,
You probably kids.
you need a kit down there.
Yeah.
And for the defibrillator at the railway station.
Not being a trackside, but it's just across. the
I
road.
also wonder, this is just something different, not thinking like kids, teenagers, but actually the industrial estate, because we have so many people working with machinery and stuff down there, something like a blue kit down that
But that's
area.
not our responsibility.
No,
So
it's
so
not.
what they would do
They
under
would
their,
be within their
under,
companies,
under
wouldn't
their
they?
provision
Yeah.
of first aid, they
Under
would
their
have that.
Yeah,
provision
they
of
would
risk
have it there.
assessment, they would have to do
Yeah.
something each
Very
year.
true.
Well, under the first aid regulations now, which have been changed, so
Yeah.
it's down to the employee or the
To do
employer,
that.
sorry, to understand the risk posed to its staff and provide the appropriate level of first aid equipment for it. So if you're an arborist, you've got that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
I had
So-
thought about getting one for this office, for here, this building, but it doesn't need a cabinet, it can just be in my office. But if there's ever a accident here or anything, like we have
I
weapons
mean,
there and
the
things.
bleak kit really.
No, I'm talking
is-
about defib
Oh,
for my
defib.
office.
Oh,
Because
right.
we had our first
Yeah,
aid elf and they
okay.
suggested that we should maybe think about getting one here. But let's buy this one first and then maybe next year we'll think about getting one for this office.
So, Kirby say, we talk about policies where it comes to employment and everything. If somebody falls out on the pedestrianised street where that curb is there no way you can perhaps put some around businesses where people might trip up on badly designed curbs? Is that not your responsibility as a council?
Not really, no.
No, that's the streets, isn't it? That's
That would come
highways.
under highways,
Yeah,
which
highways.
is.
You've then got to be very careful of what you start putting out for its expiry dates, person
Where,
using it.
exactly.
Although the person using it will be under the Good Samaritan Act, there's no liability that sits with that, but making sure the equipment's kept up in date, replaced, all the bits around there. You do, from the perspective of that, the 911 emergency services there, you've got first aid kits within the business, isn't it? Otherwise, you're trying to preempt where someone's going to trip over, fall over, and you could create more of a problem.
Are businesses allowed to use their employment kits?
Yeah.
on public
Yes.
roads?
Yeah, and the Good Samaritan piece, yeah.
We have to go around and check our defibs every
Yeah.
week. Make sure they're still.
Yeah.
But I did think about having one in this office. I mean, there was a lady who was at a wedding and she had a heart attack and I just thought that'd be quite nice to have one here, but maybe get one next
It
year.
needs to be
in
external
next
building
year.
though.
The registrars are
Yeah.
here,
The jobs
aren't
also
they?
have, but
So
that's only
maybe we
available
could
at this
ask,
one, sorry.
County council.
County council.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe.
If you do put it on the building, it needs to be external, so it's visible.
Oh,
to
they
the
won't let me
outside.
put one on the front of it.
Or you put it up on a post it.
They
Well,
won't
the
let me
jobs
put-
that have it, but it's only available during office there all
Yeah,
hours, isn't it?
yeah.
There's a difference between the big campaign that was done with the NHS to push defibs
Okay.
out.
So
Right.
defib proposed by.
I'll propose it.
Yeah, and same with it.
And what did we think about bleed kits? I think it's been brought up. But shall I just
Can you find out the cost, Wendy?
costs? Yeah.
Cost, because I do think we need one at trackside. Because that it's, I don't want to sound.
There is a lot of problems.
It is the younger people that are the ones that could, it's knife
Indeed.
wounds that are the biggest problem with
Bleed
bleed.
kit is not, it's different to stab wound stuff. I'll take that away and do that. I'll speak with the Broadland First Aid. No, there's actually there's an actual stab thing now, which is knife established a seal pouch, which is different from just hacking a wound. So there are different things out there for stab wounds versus a straight bleed where someone cuts themselves or does some damage.
So,
Council didn't like to have stab kits out and about because it promotes small portions of.
No, I'll pick this one up with the Broadland First Aid group that we work with, and we can then look at proper kits for.
Well, they're coming on Saturday.
Yeah, so I work them as well. So
Okay,
we'll pick up that piece for you,
Graham. No,
George.
George from Vista.
Yeah, so if you get the right bleed kit, and also you've got to consider the juvenile aspect as well, or paediatric. We've got an technically under 18 and not past adults as well.
Yeah, because they're coming on Sunday,
Exactly.
on Saturday, and they're not charging us very much, but they sort of said, well, would you think about giving us application. So I said, well, give you the form, fill it in.
Yeah, let's look at bleed kit differently, what bleed
Mm.
kits are there,
Yeah.
there's an
And
awful lot.
what's in them
Yeah.
and what uses.
Okay, yeah, can you look at that for me?
Yeah, I'll take that photo back for you. There's a lot of different stuff out there you can use
Yeah.
for significant bleed or other bits as well. Okay, chainsaw quote?
Obviously, they've gone on there.
Well,
James
as you saw,
Eastern
my-
College you've been to,
Yeah,
yeah.
my colleague did, and he passed that with flying colours, obviously. And since then, we've obviously had a large limb fall in the cemetery. Well, that's secondly. We had a large limb fall in the Memorial Park a couple of weeks ago, and the only equipment we have as to date to chainsaw it up is like a personal chainsaw of mine.
Yeah.
And I've got a little. The council do own a small top-hand battery one, and we've also had another limb fell like this morning, which is almost the same size as the one out there in the cemetery.
These trees are needing a lot of work now. I don't know what's the matter with the weather, but
They
lots
dry
of-
out.
Is it worth, well, it is because with everything dried.
So the quote there is anyway just for a versatile chainsaw that can deal with quite a large.
And the
valve.
PPE associated with the
I've got
chainsaw?
all of it.
Oh yeah,
We have to have that.
me and my colleague who is chainsaw
Yeah,
Trained.
that's fine.
trained, we will have the correct PPE.
Yeah, so for what they cost to bring in an arborist to do stuff like that, it's the cost now, and is it still running out for, is it?
Yeah. They're the ones that are best rated throughout, really.
Yeah, and the vibration,
Yeah.
and the trigger times on them as well
Yeah.
are good.
Like I say, that model is sort of middle of the range. It will deal with quite as
Yeah.
large things as we have to deal with on the floor,
Mm.
and down to the smaller sizes as well, really.
They
Yeah.
shouldn't be using their own equipment,
No,
should
no.
they?
No.
Provision
And have
use
you
of-
had a look round at the trees that are there?
Well, we have them
had
inspected
yeah,
regularly
inspected.
anyway.
Oh, they're inspected.
Yeah.
And like the one that fell in the Memorial Garden Park was a limb that was overhanging from a private residence. So we're thinking that in that sort of idea that we should also take under the inspection of ones that are on our perimeter, even that are just outside it.
Problem is, you're very right, you know, even though the limb belongs to them technically, you can return all that stuff back to them.
Well, I did.
You know, it's theirs, but where there's risk to members of the public in that,
Yeah.
we should consider that
I mean,
in
if it had
consultation
gone
with the neighbours, you set up and inspect the tree.
one way, it would have gone into the park, wouldn't it? Play park, children's
Yeah,
park, you
yeah. If
never
it
know,
had a
do you?
different limb that had went into near the
No,
park, and that's-
makes sense. I think we've got to clear this up as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Once it's down, that's not
That
a
was
huge
soon
cost.
put on Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think, you know, what's-
Me and the mayor were soon on site to make safe the whole area anyway.
this comes back to having the right
With your
equipment for the
chainsaw.
right task.
Well, we took it apart the next day anyway. Look, under Pure, I've got a little small MS 170, and I was dealing with the limb about this size, so you've got to take 3 or 4 cuts into it
Oh.
from different sides
Yeah.
to
So
get
if we'd have
through.
called a tree surgeon in, that would have cost us.
Well, it would have cost what a new
3,000 or
chainsaw was
something,
going to cost.
if
Yeah.
not more, yeah.
You know, the training's been done, you've got the PPE for it, everybody's qualified, capable, and competent,
Yep.
and therefore we've done all the donkey work.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah.
get the equipment to actually support the money that's been spent already
Yeah.
with that piece. Okay. So, propose that.
What else? Second.
I'll second on.
They're in trouble if there's only 3 of you there.
The shoring equipment now you're looking at.
This is what I-
Just telling the story about the shore and equipment.
Previously, the shore equipment that I'm using at the moment has been adapted to make it longer because it was the first equipment obviously was bought too short. This is what we were saying previously about we're getting bigger sizes of holes that I need to dig. The equipment on that quote is for the largest boards and the largest braces.
Yeah, are they round ones? Are they hydraulic round? Are they?
No, not hydraulic, they're called speed brace because hydraulic round has its many more problems with it, with leaking and the weight of trying to lift them in and out.
Yeah.
But with the boards themselves that I'm using at the moment, they've been adapted, so that they've been extended by
So modified equipment.
Modified equipment.
So
It's probably
therefore
not
it's
very
safety
safe, is that?
equipment, which you shouldn't modify.
Yeah, it's previously been in use before my time as a groundsman at North Walsham Town
Well,
Council.
this
This is just the way I'm trying to move forward
is
with
the
all,
stuff
with
that
all the
can
further
cost.
learning that I've taken on board.
Yeah, the provision of the provision of work equipment should be fit for purpose, designed for its designed to be used
Mhm.
for. So
Yes.
Health and
therefore,
safety.
Health and
I
safety,
probably could have
yes.
authorised that, but then.
Yeah.
But it was just got, all of them are quite considerable amounts of money, so we just want to
Yeah.
put it to councillors and know
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
spending money
So
on.
councillors are aware of the problems that we've got.
But also as well, the consideration looking at what the cost of digging a grave actually comes to as well, and the offsets there as well. For what we charge for graves as well.
Yeah, but I think
Basically.
also
We need to look at our
how
charges.
much
We do need to
our
look at our
charges are. That
charges.
does need to be looked at,
Definitely.
especially with what we've been talking about this evening with regard to diggers and now shoring equipment.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm going to have do an analysis, and I'm going to ask the councils
I was
along.
going to say, can we
Yeah.
get a
'cause-
comparison?
yeah.
From
A lot of councils get people in, don't they? Grave
Yeah,
diggers
yeah,
in,
yeah.
they don't do them themselves. So when I used to work at Alton Town
That's
Council,
it, 'cause
I
I've
had
done a lot of
grave digger,
networking in the new courses that I've been doing as well with different parish councils and that. And there isn't many that deal with grave digging themselves on their own teams. They all sort of subcontract that out. to
But
private industry.
they charge, so I know how much
Mm.
the
You know
burial
how
will
much the
be.
burial will be.
And then you
Yeah.
just have to equate how much time you spend on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, if you get new diggers, you're not going to spend much time as
Yeah.
what you did
But
before.
also the digger piece is another irrelevancy here because of the use that will be done for the whole site piece there. And obviously that will come with a trailer as well for moving it around to all the other works that
Well, I
you
don't know
do.
how it works, but that'd be a very handy piece of equipment to use with the correct
Trailer.
trailer.
Yeah, so you should get a plant trailer. Once they lease one, you'll probably get in the lease
Yeah.
range will be a plant trailer as well.
That's something that you-
Oh, that's
That's
quite
something to make note of
handy,
to
because
look
we wanted
into.
a plant trailer, but we
Yeah.
said
Yeah,
didn't get
because
one because we.
previously.
And you want to be
we had
able,
that conversation.
we'll have a conversation about it because it needs to be utilised elsewhere as well, so we can get
Mhm.
maximum use hours run. for
That's
that
it, with
piece
a,
of
with a
equipment.
plant trailer also, I'll be able to take my large out front, like ride on grass cutter.
All
To
right,
further
you
places.
literally just wheel it straight on and you
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it wherever you need to then.
Yeah.
It'll save time.
Right,
And effort.
so you've got a cost for these, oh, I don't know how much they were.
The shore boards have got a cost there, I did provide that.
You didn't,
I did, that's
I don't know where it's gone now, but yeah,
sure.
that's there somewhere in
Is
it.
it here?
It's in the pack, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, right at the back,
Yeah, right about.
just before the,
How much was it again?
speed braces,
£60 each. aren't
£60
Yeah.
each,
How many do you
aluminium
need?
panels
Two
were, aluminium panels were 498
Yeah,
per pair.
And how many you need?
Just two.
Two.
Okay,
but that's once again, these costs over the risk that we could put our workforce to.
Mm.
It's a minimal
Well,
cost.
you're using the wrong equipment.
Yeah, and they'll have a 5 to 10 lifespan anyway, so that cost will be recovered and
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
through.
proposer,
Yeah, I'm happy to.
HR, and second by RS, yeah? You going to second that?
Yep, I'll second that. Is it? And do we have any items for the next agenda, or late items for discussion?
Yes, we do, and I'm going to agree this by, as I can delegated authority for health and safety. We have the terrible pictures because they haven't come out in black and white. But we have a trackside swing set. It was brought up on the Rossborough report as the ground being unsafe. But
Under our
we
inspections,
speak under no inspections, there's cracks in it.
cracks in the wells, there's obviously metal
Some of these
fatigue
pictures are a
and
bit terrible.
So that's the RPPI stuff, isn't it? The regular inspector stuff.
Yeah.
Bounds now quarantine these from
Right.
use.
I'm taking the swings off tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So if there's a risk where they've got metal fatigue or anything can go,
Mm.
where one piece goes.
But it's very old and you
Yeah,
just take it out and.
Yeah, that's what, I'll just take it off, I'm just gonna take the
Take the
two
swings off.
swing chains off.
Mm.
And it's just a metal frame really then.
Yeah.
And then that'll be safe for our event as well on Saturday.
Yeah, okay, so get that made safe, and then no problems there.
Okay, and then we can decide whether we take it out and whether we
Right,
replace them. Yeah,
Mm.
right. 18, take swings.
And obviously the date for the next meeting is the,
Sorry. I have got
Sorry,
one
go
other
on.
thing, if that's all right. Signage in town, Is it possible we could just have a think about something that points into the precinct towards the shop? Because we've got lots of like boards, you know, where Coffee Smiths is, we have lots of boards outside there.
Oh, what you like?
Perhaps
We shouldn't have
something,
them there, really, highways might take you away
yeah, so
sometimes.
something more permanent that says we've got shops there, and then something that
Yes.
points down to Market Street, to say there's
Yeah.
more shops, but something proper. You know, like you have the
Alsham
lamp
has something like
post with
that.
the shops
Elsham
this
does
way,
have
shop.
yeah.
I
Post
just
like that,
think
yeah.
it would be nice to have an actual fixed something there, so there's more shops this way and shops into the precinct.
Do you want something that says what shops they are, and then that can be amended? I'll see what Alsham have got, because Alsham definitely
Yeah, I
has
just
something
think we
like
need
that, say,
something
down
to
Red
point
Line
them
Street.
further, so people know there's more that way, there's more
More in the
this way.
precinct.
Yeah, so there's more
And
than
down
just the
Vicarage
centre.
Street, well, round by where you were.
Yeah, you can do. Because I think there is one, Morrison's, isn't there? There's something there. On the the pet
Well,
shop.
in the M&I, they were meant to have some finger posts that says,
Oh, okay,
M&I got disbanded when,
yeah.
long while, so I will go back to the M&I, and I was meant to do some finger posts, more shops, or,
Yeah,
you know,
so I
you know what I'm
just
talking
think,
about, the finger
I
posts,
noticed
don't you?
when I walk up all the boards there and stuff, which, you know, I mean, I have board outside my shop. But I just thought, it'd be really nice to have something more appealing, just permanent,
Officially.
Yeah.
appealing, Yes.
that points to the precinct and points down Market Street as well.
We could have a board like that, shouldn't we?
Well,
Yeah.
at some point you get a town map, which points all bits out.
We have got
We have
town
got
maps,
the town map,
but it doesn't
but
have
not,
the
and I give
businesses
mine
on.
to
Businesses, yeah.
everyone, but
I mean, business.
yeah, I think when people are walking around, it's nice just to actually have that and point them in the right direction.
I ordered those boards, so.
Well, see if you can-
Yeah, so I think if we could just start looking at something.
Oh, it's not got no lines on there, you just sign each page. Thank you. And data, thank you. Fixed lines showing Market Street precinct, yeah. That's a very good idea. I'll find some information and bring it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then next meeting's 18th of November.
Yeah. I'll be here.
I'll try and bring us some,
No, I don't, let's not talk about it. Someone's telling
I'll
me
try and bring
to
some
do it near
policies
Christmas.
back.
100
Because we
days
did
Christmas.
realise that our policy, our risk assessments aren't right, are they? When we done our ICOS
IOS,
training, IOS training. Risk assessment, there's not, what did it didn't have the front bit of it, did it?
They're just not laid out in a very readable and user-friendly format.
Yeah.
Right, so.
For that. If there's nothing further, meeting closed at 19:29 hours.
Right, could I just, when's the next? meeting?
12th September.
Thank you.
I think the dates on the website, might say that in May, aren't they now?
Oh, somebody pushed me. I thought they were already on there. Yeah, somebody sent me an email asking for it, and I realised that.
I just thought I'd
And
ask.
press the button, that's all.
Right, thank you very much for your time. I'll be in touch, James, when we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
have a catch up
Street lighting.
on that piece there, Gone Street, and also the
Yes.
local
And
risk assessments.
copies, when you do copies, I'll message you anyway, I'll
Yeah.
check the law.